Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to look at Frostgrave Knights by North Star Military Figures and Osprey Games. You'll see how these minis build up, what the frames look like, and there's also a scale comparison image at the end of this video. My name is Jay, and you're watching Must Contain Minis. This is my channel where I do reviews and showcases of miniatures and related products. Now let's get into it. As with all the products made by North Star Military Figures and Osprey Games together, the artwork is fantastic. The back of the box shows some sample painted miniatures and gives you flavor text of what to expect in the box. Opening it up, you find two identical sprues. Each sprue has 5 bodies and 22 heads, plus plenty of options. There are also 10 bases inside the box. Mine came without the bases, but I have tons of 25mm rounds sitting around, so I just use those instead. Here's the back of the sprue. The details are certainly good enough for me. I built my first 5 miniatures and left all of the spare pieces I did not use on the frame here. Those are certainly a lot of bits to choose from. I bet you they would kit bash nicely with the other Frostgrave sets as well. Here's a close-up of my first 5 miniatures that I built. I went with a Viking theme for these guys, and I used only the components within the Frostgrave Knights box set. Now we're going to zoom right in on these guys and take a look at the details on the models. They look pretty good to me. Let's see what you think. That wraps up my Viking themed force. So now let's take a look at the miniatures that are modeled after Cultists. I made up this group with the same 5 bodies that you saw on the models before, except I put different options and different heads on them. I aim to make them look like an elite force from a Cultist warband, but to me they look more like scoundrels. Despite that, I love how this figure turned out. Miniature just looks good all the way around. I'm going to have to get myself a miniature turntable in the future so I can show these models off better. I like this guy too. No one's taking the gold away from him. Such an animated look on this guy's face. The Frostgrave minis just keep getting better. I don't like how this figure's head glued on. It still looks great, but it could have used a little more work on my side, I believe. I loaded this miniature up with a lot of ammo and a lot of weapons. There's no way he's going to run out of options during a fight. Now that you've seen all of these Frostgrave figures built up, let's take a look at how they scale compared to other lines of miniatures. Okay, here we have the scale comparison image. Left to right, we have a Frostgrave Cultist, a Knight, a Frostgrave Barbarian, another Frostgrave Knight, a Reaper Miniatures Cleric, another Frostgrave Knight, and then we have a Reaper Miniatures Cultist. The Reaper Miniature figures are about 32mm in scale, whereas the Frostgrave figures are 28mm. And there you have it, my review of the Frostgrave Knights. Personally, I really like these figures. I think they're great. I like the details on them. There's plenty of options. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, happy gaming everyone.